I came into this world not chiefly to make it a good place to live in, but to live in it, be it good or bad. You must live in the present, launch yourself on every wave, find your eternity in each moment. Fools stand on their island of opportunities and look toward another land. There is no other land. There is no other life but this. The only obligation which I have a right to assume is to do at any time what I think is right. How can any man be weak who dares to be at all? If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now put the foundations under them. Goodness is the only investment that never fails. I can alter my life by altering my attitude. He who doesn't have anything to do with thorns must never attempt to gather flowers. The world is but a canvas to our imagination. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. None are so old as those who have outlived enthusiasm. If a man does not keep pace with his companions, perhaps it is because he hears a different drummer. Let him step to the music which he hears, however measured or far away. I believe that the water is the only drink for the wise man. I did not wish to live what was not life. Living is so dear. Nor did I wish to practice resignation, unless it was quite necessary. Be yourself, not your idea of what you think somebody else's idea of yourself should be. I say beware of all enterprises that require new clothes, and not rather a new wearer of clothes. Every man is a builder of a temple called his body. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. Most of the luxurious and many of the so-called comforts of life are not only indispensable, but positive hindrances to the elevation of mankind. If a man walks in the woods for love of them half of each day, he is in danger of being regarded as a loafer. But if he spends his days as a speculator, shearing off those woods and making the earth bald before her time, he is deemed an industrious and enterprising citizen. What is the use of a house if you haven't got a tolerable planet to put it on? In wilderness is the preservation of the world. There are moments when all anxiety and stated toil are becalmed in the infinite leisure and repose of nature. Nature refuses to sympathize with our sorrow. She seems not to have provided for, but by 1,000 contrivances against it. When we walk, we naturally go to the fields and woods. What would become of us if we walked only in a garden or a mall? I have a room all to myself. It is nature. Grow wild according to thy nature. Enjoy the land, but own it not. Every morning was a cheerful invitation to make my life of equal simplicity, and I may say innocence, with nature herself. If this world were all man, I could not stretch myself. I should lose all hope. He is constraint, she is freedom to me. He makes me wish for another world, she makes me content with this. For it matters not how small the beginning may seem to be, what is once well done is done forever. The rich man is always sold to the institution which makes him rich. I was not born to be forced. I will breathe after my own fashion. Let us see who the strongest is. A minority is powerless while it conforms to the majority. There will never be a really free and enlightened state until the state comes to recognize the individuals as a higher and independent power, from which all its own power and authority are derived. Oh, for a man who is a man, and as my neighbor says, has a bone in his back which you cannot pass your hand through. A lawyer's truth is not truth. It is consistency or consistent expediency. A wise man will not leave the right to the mercy of chance, nor wish it to prevail through the power of the majority. It is, after all, with men, and not with parchment, that I quarrel. Let your life be a counter-friction to stop the machine. What I have to do is to see, at any rate, that I do not lend myself to the wrong which I condemn. Love must be as much a light as it is a flame. Till we have loved, we have not imagined the heights of love. I love you not as something private and personal, which is my own, but as something universal and worthy of love, which I have found. Do not hire a man who does your work for money, but him who does it for love of it. There is only one path to heaven. On earth, we call it love. Enemies publish themselves. They declare war. The friend never declares his love. There is no remedy to love, but to love more. Rather than love, than money, than fame, give me the truth. A farmer, a hunter, a soldier, a reporter, even a philosopher may be daunted, but nothing can deter a poet, for he is actuated by pure love. Who can predict his comings and goings? His business calls him out at all hours, even when doctors sleep. Do what you love. Know your own bone. Gnaw at it. Bury it. Unearth it. And know it still. The light of the sun is but the shadow of love. In a world of peace and love, music would be the universal language. How insufficient is all wisdom without love? What is the singing of birds or any natural sound compared with the voice of one we love? Love never perjures itself, nor is it mistaken.